Premium tonight, Richard. These are two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. Grayson Allen is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Bol, and it's Dunn in at the 3. Now here's Brown. Hits the trifecta.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the 3.
And here's Booker. Fires for 3. Some solid defense from Holiday. White against Allen. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Tatum.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
And Booker's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 5-point game.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Now here's Allen. Durant with a screen on White. On the wing, Durant. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Durant against Tatum. Driving to the basket. And finished off by Tatum.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And Booker with the jam.
That's just too easy for D-Book. You can't give him an opening like that.
Holiday against Allen. Now here's Holiday. He's closely guarded. On the wing, Tatum. 5 to shoot. And here's Brown for 3. Bol grabs the board. The Suns have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Bol, screen on Holiday. Booker for 3. Drains the triple. Booker's got 5 points.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Outside Porzingis. The kick to Tatum. The 3 is up. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls, shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
They get it back. Dunn outside. Over Porzingis. Allen outside. Launches it from deep. They get the rebound. And another shot. And Booker the bucket on the assist by Allen. 7 points in the game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Inside. And the layup is good off the glass.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Durant's shot is off.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Down low. Ooh, Tatum slams it home.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And Booker puts up a deep three. The kick to Durant. A deep three. And the three-pointer goes. Durant's got 7.
This is almost hard to watch because this should be a tough shot, but Durant makes the game look so smooth.
Brown drives in. And Brown with the stuff.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Booker no good. Tatum with it. And stolen by Bowles. No good that time. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Celtics out in front, leading by a... And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, they've got Royce O'Neal, also Damian Lee out there, Bradley Beal's out there with Nick Richards, and it's Gillespie in at the point.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Suns trail by 4. Beal outside. Screen by O'Neal from the arc. And Pritchard pulls it down. The Celtics shooting a fantastic 57%.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Boston leading by 6. Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Boy, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Pass to Hauser. Screen by Horford. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game here. First one falls for him. Hard to find a season in his career where Horford didn't make an impact, RJ.
One way or another, he's going to help his team win. Still out there doing it and doing it at a high level. He's kind of an ageless wonder.
Here's Gillespie. Yet to see a basket. O'Neal passes to Richards. That one's good for 2.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Horford can't hit.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Gets the 3 ball to go. And now it's just a 4-point Celtic lead.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Richards. That's his first foul of the game. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Outside Craig. Launches it. Horford can't hit.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Richards with a screen. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Offensive rebound. Richards, the pass to Lee. The three is up. Nails it from beyond the arc. Lee's got 6 in the quarter.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open. And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So Boston ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside White. Pass to Holiday. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong. I love the confidence that Durant plays with. The closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday powers it home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Outside Bull. On the wing, Durant. Booker with a screen on Tatum. Durant for 3. Here's Booker. Oh, Booker in close.
We know Book can hit those deep threes, but he's also effective around the rim.
The crossover. And finished off by Tatum.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And Booker cash on the 3.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
And defensively, what can you really do against KD right there?
To the middle. Here's Holiday. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Grayson Allen.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
That's good from Holiday.
You know, one thing you got to love about Drew Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor. That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Now Booker, 12 points for him. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
This is who you want at the line, and Booker gets himself there a lot.
These are his first free throws of the game. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
Okay, I'm going to take you guys inside the huddle, all right? The message from Coach is simple. Stop him.
9 seconds left to play in the half. It's Brown on the wing. Back to White. Got it up. Well, these teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to break.
Will have 2 minutes to review.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really close to counting.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Phoenix out in front, up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
The way to limit those offensive boards, it's just effort, guys. Whoever is guarding him has to get to position and beat him to the spot.
The perimeter pair, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at point guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And stolen by Booker. Durant with a screen on Holiday. Here's Booker for 3. Durant. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And finished off by Bull.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Nails it from 3.
So smooth off the catch. Porzingis is excellent at judging when to take quick shots.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Porzingis. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It goes on Bull. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league. And they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
Booker surveying the D. Just 5 on the clock. Durant for 3. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 5 assists in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
It's Booker on the wing. Outside Durant. Booker against White. Now here's Booker, guarded closely. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Soft touch. Booker finding his spot, just floating it in.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Trailing by 5. Outside Holiday. Right side White. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Clock at 6. Jacks up at 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. The Suns lead by 5. Outside Booker. Durant with a screen on Holiday. Outside Durant. Offensive board. And finished off by Bull.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's a minute 17 left in the third quarter. There's a screen by Bull. For three, Booker. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Celtics trail by 5. Outside, Brown. Hey, Jaylen Brown spikes it through.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Booker against Brown. Here's Bull. And it's all from three-point range. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Brown looking around. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
The efficiency from Tatum on the offensive end is terrific, not letting any scoring chances pass him by.
Outside Booker. Durant with a screen on Holiday. And stolen by Holiday. Now here's Tatum. 12 points for him. And stolen by Durant. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And so in the game for the Suns, they've got Devin Booker, Bull out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Grayson Allen, and it's done in at the 3. Booker, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Booker's got 21.
This is Booker's role. He is consistent at looking for his own shot.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
That's good from Allen on the assist from Booker. Booker's got 6 assists in the game.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
For 3, Booker. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
Blink, and that ball is already gone. Booker is ridiculous with the quick release.
Holiday passes to Brown. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand.
He tried to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
3 shots.
People were worried that this
Under NBA rules.
with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. It's probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Back to Porzingis. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
body control by Porzingis. He sets a good pick and then rolls right into a scoring position.
Outside Durant. To the paint. Here's Dunn. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. JT to the hole. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
So agile on the drive. When Tatum puts it on the deck, man, he is a major problem.
To the inside. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Chalk up 2 there.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And Phoenix has possession. Oh, a screen on Holiday. Booker against Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, the slam! Get up, Devin!
When they need points, they do everything possible to get Booker his touches.
Pass to Tatum. Back to White. Here's Porzingis. Rejected by Bull. They retain possession. Here he goes.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Here's Brown. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Durant with a screen on Holiday. Holiday against Booker. Pass to Durant. Back to Booker. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Booker's got 14 points now in the second half.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Offensive rebound. Here's White. They kick it out to Porzingis. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bull. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And stolen by Bull. Outside Booker. Good work defensively by Holiday. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. 2-point game.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Outside Durant. 3-pointer. It's good from beyond the arc.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Here's Brown. Count it!
In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
Outside Booker. For 3. No good. So a close game sees Phoenix taking this one with the thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let
Both of these teams certainly get after it on the defensive end.
Well, I'm touching your suit here, Kevin, and it looks like you got shoulder pads in there. You're going to need that. This game's going to be a grinder. It's going to be physical. These guys are going to bump each other around, and they play hard-nosed defense. So I would expect this game to not rise up in terms of the scoring column, and we'll see who's tougher tonight.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. And it's Holmgren in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Floats one, and Gilgeous-Alexander with the layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thanks, David. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Porzingis sets the pick for White. Out to Porzingis from downtown. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And Dort gets it to go.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
White against Gilgeous-Alexander. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Dort passes to Holmgren. Back to Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Tatum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, you gotta really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And Williams with the stuff.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. He can make that pass in his sleep.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Wide, a screen on Dort. To the paint. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Williams kicks to Caruso. And stolen by White. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And Holiday throws it down.
How about Drew rising up, getting to the rim. Love the power on that dunk, too.
Outside Williams. Fades back. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Brown. Still yet to score. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Tatum for 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Knocked away. And it's Williams finishing it off.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And White kicks to Tatum. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Tatum's got 8.
This is how refined Tatum's motion is. He needs so little setup time.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Holiday finds Brown. 3 seconds left.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Williams comes in for Jalen Williams. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for George. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Alex Caruso. Joe in the corner. Out to Wallace. Poked away. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Horford. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Pass to Shireman. Clock is at 3. Horford, good. Horford's got his first basket.
Big Al wasting no time there. Nice looking shot.
Hartenstein inside, guarded by Horford. Here's Joe. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Wallace looking for an opening. Joe with it, and he banks in the layup. It's a tie ball game.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Horford. Now, Craig. No scoring in this one. Horford the pass to Craig. Williams with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Joe. Offensive rebound, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Wiggins with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Here's Hartenstein. Here's Wallace. Pass to Joe. Launches a 3. Rebound Boston. Outside, Horford. Here's Shireman. A 3-ball. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's pretty much not how they would defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Screen by Wiggins. And there's the drive.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Craig. Here's Shireman, covered by Joe. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Substitution on the court. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. Celtics leading by 3. And here is Brown. Hasn't made one yet. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. Tatum no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And that sends Jalen Williams to the free throw line. That one on White. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game here. Tatum against Dort. Puts up a deep 3. No good. Shot missing. Puts up a 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a way to end the half there, guys. Big-time 3 to take the lead at the buzzer.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thunder out in front, leading by 3. Step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. No good from outside. The Thunder leading by 3. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum. Williams, that's good. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times that coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Holiday. Caruso grabs the miss. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing here by 8. The shot by Holiday, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Down low. Inside. Tatum.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the threes.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. It's good from inside. Caruso's got 7 now in this quarter.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Caruso. Inside, it's deflected. Brown and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Give it up for Celtics Entertainment. Give it up once again for your Celtics.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass.
About the agility of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, able to get around that inside contact.
Celtics trail by 13. Holiday looking for an opening. From down in the low post, it goes. Holiday's got 6.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Caruso. Boston grabs the miss.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And taken away by Brown. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Tatum passes to Brown. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity. And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 10-point lead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thanks, David. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Caruso against White. Caruso, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. 8-point game. Here's Tatum. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams, a screen on Holiday. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a very, very good ball handler. And when he explodes at that size, creates problems.
Holiday against Caruso. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. On defense, the Thunder. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. On the wing, Williams. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics trail by 10. And White kicks to Porzingis. Thunder with the rebound. Caruso's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Here's White. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. The kick out to Tatum. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Here's Porzingis. Good D by Holmgren. The Thunder leading by 12. Dort finds Caruso. Back to Dort. The 3. That one, no good. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Holiday dishes to Tatum. Brown sets a screen for Tatum to the middle. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. .144 left in the 4th quarter. Stolen by Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And there it is for him. And the Thunder lead by 10.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. It's good from long range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Oklahoma City.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash over.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. With the drive, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Porzingis.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
From deep three-point land, missed. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily.
All right, Doris, how about... teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Suns making a switch here. Bowles checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your Suns, number 11.
All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren, and it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Williams from long range. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
And he almost made them regret. Defending him so loosely.
And here's Booker. Pass to Durant. Launches it. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
This guy's mechanics are just pure. Kevin Durant, folks, turn the lights out if you allow him to get a three-point shot off.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Now here's Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Kevin Durant pulls it in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. And he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said, they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. That one from long range. Durant's got 6.
The confidence of Kevin Durant, he gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
Goes up. Up top, Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Done with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And just good hustle, always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
The Suns on offense. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Caruso against Booker. Down low. Here's Bull. And finished off by Bull.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here's Booker. Durant surveying the D. Pass to Allen. And stolen by Caruso. Inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Here's Booker. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
A little athletic ability on display by D-Book.
Lets it go from 14. Williams with it. Durant covering. Williams misses.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
It's Booker on the wing. He's guarded by Caruso. Done. The pass to Durant. There's the 3. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Up top, Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Well, when you combine Durant's size with his vision and the touch on his passing, it's easy for him.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Now here's Holmgren. No points so far. Here's Dort. Oh, rejected by Allen. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That's good from Durant on the assist from Booker.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Here's Booker. Driving to the basket. And Booker with the jam.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Grayson Allen is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then it's Bol Bol. And it's Dunn in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, well, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Devin Booker is a two-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a three-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Back to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. Hey, he's looking good so far. 4 for 8 from the field.
But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts up a 3. Booker no good. Thunder trail by 13. He launches a 3. Gilgeous-Alexander gets the bucket on the breakaway.
Well, just a great read by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, getting in transition, making it easy.
And all around the rim that time before dropping. Booker's got 11 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Allen on the wing. Back to Booker. Takes the 3. Oh, a tape measure basket from Booker. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shai, creating a bucket.
From deep. That's good from Bol on the assist from Booker. He's got 5.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. It's Booker on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Booker, the pass to Bol. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker.
Yeah, you have to have awareness and focus. Gilgeous-Alexander looking to make an impact defensively.
Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. There's Holmgren on the slam.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
The Suns lead by 14. Booker surveying the floor. Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Bol. Clock at 4. Durant for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The shot by Dunn, no good.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul. A line change here for Oklahoma City. 24 seconds left in the first half of this game. Wallace's shot is good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Outside, Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. And here's Wiggins. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Yeah, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Kenrich Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Cason Wallace. Then it's Isaiah Joe. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5. Here's Wallace. Uses the glass on the layup. Wallace has got 5.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
The Suns lead by 12. Richards with a screen. Beal from outside. Beal with another miss. For Oklahoma City, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Stripped it away. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. It's good on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And so it's Beal who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. They led by as many as 18. The 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Joe, the pass to Hartenstein. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Williams from long range. Richards pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 13. Here's Lee. Still no points. Richards with a screen. With the floater and the basket by Lee.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Wallace, the pass to Joe. Here's Hartenstein. All sorts of time. Richards pulls it in.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
O'Neal passes to Lee. Back to O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. From 12 feet. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wiggins from long range. The Thunder with another miss. Phoenix has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Outside O'Neal. Driving in. And that one is hammered home.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Beal, the pass to O'Neal. Beal with a screen on Williams. Three-pointer, O'Neal. They get it back. Back to Beal. Pass to Gillespie. From behind the arc. Can't get it to drop.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Joe, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's going to be on Bradley Beal. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game now. The first one falls for him. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Williams. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wallace. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Beal surveying the D. Floats one up. That one doesn't drop. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Suns ahead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Devin Booker out there with Grayson Allen. Then there's Nick Richards. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Caruso against Booker. To the middle. Here's Richards. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Bowl, he's checked in for Richards. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get in open. Look, with the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Let's see if they do, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Quality decision-making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Yes, it's good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Connects from downtown. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Got a piece of it. Caruso with it. Now guarded by Booker. Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
To the left side wing. Here's Dunn. And a miss there on the triple. Thunder trail by 14. Williams from long range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
Devin Booker for three.
And This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Dort against Allen. Dort, the pass to Williams. Caruso, left side. Back to Williams. Done with a steal.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
Kept alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 16.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? To end the run, the kick out to Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Williams has got 6 here in the quarter.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Suns.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And what a huge performance it was for Kevin Durant.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the three. They get it back. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. It doesn't go for him. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Durant with a screen on Caruso. From outside the arc. That's good from Durant. On the assist by Booker.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Nine seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Booker with a screen on Dort. Durant. Another one falls for Phoenix.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable. Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Outside Booker. The three. Another three for Phoenix.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Booker. Now here's Durant. Fires from way outside. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with
time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and let me see. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
In tonight's contest, Coach, why are both teams so good rebounding?
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. You've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1.
Don't underestimate Booker's passing ability. He's getting better and better at making plays for others.
Pass to Holiday. Outside, Porzingis. The Celtics working the ball around now. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Holiday gets the bucket.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Now here's Booker. KD sets the pick for Booker. Six to shoot. Done with a screen on Tatum. The shot by KD. No good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list. Silky corner shot by Durant. He is so confident in his ability to hit from that range.
Inside, and it's sent back by Allen. Pass to Booker. Bowles setting the pick for Booker. Off target from three-point range. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Brown with it. He's picked up by KD. And Durant sends it back. Ball kicks to Booker. Fade away. Connects from three-point range.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
And finished off by Brown.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
The Suns leading. Ball a screen on Holiday. Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot. A consistent three-point shooter.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. Good on the three-point shot. White's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And done with the slam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And it's Brown missing.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Knocked loose. Durant, the pass to Booker. Back to Durant. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one. To the paint. Here's Holiday. Pass to Tatum for the 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Phoenix leading by 6. And the points coming for them now, Craig, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Austin with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Holiday with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Watch out. Tatum's going to stretch the defense all over the place if he's knocking down threes from the corner.
Durant sets a screen for Booker. From downtown, that shot misses. Here's Tatum. And it's good.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Suns. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We come back right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
They've got Royce O'Neal. He's out there with Nick Richards. Bradley Beal is out there with Lee. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. O'Neal sets the screen for Beal. Outside, O'Neal. There's the triple. And Pritchard pulls it down.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break. Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. Hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. O'Neal on the wing. No scoring in this one. Beal with the bucket.
No hesitation whatsoever. I just love how Beal makes that decision quickly to shoot off the catch.
He takes it in. The shot by Pritchard, no good. Phoenix leading by 5. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
Craig, that one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the middle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Outside, Horford. They get it back. Pass to Shireman. Picked by Horford. Shireman, good. Shireman's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside, Beal. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Three-pointer, Horford, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
O'Neal finds Richards. Down low. Out to Lee. outside, Beal. O'Neal sets the screen for Beal. The putback, rebounded by Hauser. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Lee outside. Pass to Gillespie. Beal with it. To stop the run. Here's Richards. Outside, O'Neal. Lee kicks to Beal. Fires from deep. Cranes the three-pointer. Beal's got a pair of triples in the second now for Phoenix.
And great recognition there in the pick and roll. Beal usually able to make the right play.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Tatum looking around. Holiday dishes to White. And he uses the glass on the layup. White's got his third bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Booker, right side. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Boston on top. They lead by 3. The Jets now to send it over to David. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Fans, we bring your attention to center court and get ready for the fan court shot line. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
On the court right now for the Celtics. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
To the inside. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Holiday against Booker. It's Durant on the wing. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight. Brown against Durant. Left side, Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Bull, a screen on Holiday. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
the wing, Holiday. Defended by Allen. And there is White, and that's good on the assist by Holiday. White's got 9 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside Tatum. And it's sent back by PD.
And how about the reach of Durant? Terrific job of having that on display defensively.
The game now all time. KD's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Phoenix. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Tatum against Dunn. Outside Tatum. This one for three. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Booker looking around. Out to KD. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster is different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
Again, the miss by the Celtics. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Booker. Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
It's stolen by Allen. Jumps up. And it's Allen with the jam.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Durant against Holiday. Dunn sets a screen for Durant. Down low, and Dunn with the slam.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Pass to Brown. Back to Porzingis. Durant with the steal. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And he can extend the lead to double digits. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 9-point game.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Here's Durant. Using his length inside. Durant.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help.
And so it's Phoenix holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action in just a minute. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Dunn. Bull out there with Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Allen in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Brown deciding where to go with it. Pass to White. Dunn against Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
Here's KD. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Booker against White. And Booker kicks to Durant. Pass to Bull. Now here's Booker. Shot clock at 6. Brown against Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Durant's got 17 now, just in the second half.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Inside, it's deflected. The kick out to Brown. And a miss there on the triple. Phoenix leading by 13. Allen outside. Here he goes. It's good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. White against Booker. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the lead.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
For 3, Booker got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Lets the 3 fly, and Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 14. It's White on the wing. Over to the left wing. A 3 from Porzingis. Sinks the triple.
And Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him. That's just inviting trouble.
Bull, that's good. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's White. And he banks in the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Phoenix leading by 11. Dunn attacking. It's Durant on the wing. From deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Out to White. Outside Tatum. Offline with his 3. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Suns.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Holiday finds Tatum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
Pass to KD. Holiday against Booker. Outside for KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And the Suns lead by 12.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And slam dunk by Tatum. Durant for 3. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Thank you for that, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1, with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. Tatum against Williams. Brown, a screen on Williams. Tatum drives in. Comes up empty down low.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Let's go with a 3. Back to Williams. Boston pulls it in. Outside Tatum. Now Porzingis. And stolen by Holmgren. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Dort finds Caruso. Back to Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. They set the pick. Tries it from 19. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one no good to start off the night. White with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Count it. Good.
And put it on a platter. Holiday serving it up for his teammate.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Over to the wing. Pass to White. And here's Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. On the wing, Caruso. Hounded by Tatum. Here's Holmgren. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Dort against Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Beyond the arc. Good work defensively by Caruso.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
The three-pointer off the mark. Boston trailing. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. The kick out to Williams. Knocks down the long J.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Outside, Brown. Lets it go from deep. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
And the basket by Holiday.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. Over Porzingis. And Holmgren with the basket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Being opportunistic, just taking what the defense allows.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, look, he's going to continue to shoot it.
Yeah, what vision from Holiday. Seems to have a knack for getting it to his guys in great spots.
Caruso against White. Caruso misses. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Trailing by 2. Tatum from long range, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
Holmgren, the pass to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum. Williams from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. Here's Tatum. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Celtics out in front, leading. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
They've got Williams. Isaiah Joe is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Aaron Wiggins, and it's Hartenstein in at the 5. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. 5 to shoot. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's Pritchard. Watch by Wallace. Back to Pritchard. Deflects the pass. Wiggins right side. Fires from deep. Rebound Boston.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Here's Craig to the paint. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor. Putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Williams from long range. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Right side Joe. The 3 is up. And he buries his first look.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Pritchard. Horford passes to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shireman. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Joe. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Pass to Hauser from the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already. And we're not even in the second half.
NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Here's Horford. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
Hartenstein passes to Williams, and Williams punches it home.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to Pritchard. There's a minute 54 left in the second period. Here's Hauser. Back to Pritchard. It's tipped. The ball's knocked loose. Outside Joe. Joe on the wing. Banked it in off the glass. Joe's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Out to Craig. Up and in on the layup. Craig's gotten his first bucket of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Wallace outside. Right wing. Here's Hartenstein. Horford with some nice D. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Shireman. They grab their own miss. And Horford powers it home.
The value of a big man with Horford's quickness can't be overstated. He takes full advantage of the rebound opportunity.
Wiggins, no good. Horford inside. He's got 6. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
So we conclude the first half. Celtics out in front, up 6, and we'll return shortly.
The Celtics, 32. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about this shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, one of the stories here, Al Horford, he's getting it done today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. Outside Tatum. To the inside. Knocked loose. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Here's White for 3. Porzingis. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder able to keep possession. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. The drive by Shea. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is Shea's game. Attack, get to the rim, and finish.
White, the pass to Brown. Pass to Tatum. And stolen by Williams. Williams on the wing for the lead. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. Outside Holiday. Now here's Brown. No made baskets yet. Porzingis for 3. From deep range, KP hits it.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
And it's Holmgren missing.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
For 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander gets the 3 to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Coach likes that look. And Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner.
Here we go. Williams from long range. That shot is off. Boston leading by 3. Outside Tatum. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
Williams on the wing. Pounded by Tatum. Williams misses.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Offensive board. Outside Tatum. Back to White. Kick out to Brown. Pass to White. 5 on the clock. And here's Brown. Over Dort. Williams grabs the board.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Williams on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Outside White. Pass to Tatum. White with a screen on Williams. Outside Holiday. The 3 is up. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Snatched up. Outside for Dort. Here's the 3. Nails it from 3. So Dort's got 6 in the quarter.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dort with a steal. Porzingis finds Brown. Outside Tatum.
Get through, get through, get through.
Pass to Holiday. White on the wing. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. With 2 seconds left. Look at Shea playing big inside.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And at the close of the 3rd quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren, and it's Dort in at the 3. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Up top, Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a 3. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Holiday passes to Tatum. 4 on the clock. Back to Holiday. And rejected. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
And stolen by Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Tatum showing off the strength.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or 2 in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
White against Gilgeous-Alexander. White, the pass to Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him.
Back to Holmgren. Pass to Dort. Holmgren with it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's covered by Holiday.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Tatum drives in. Rejected by Holmgren. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Brown. Tatum with it. And it's Dort picking him up. Tatum against Dort. Here's Brown. Throws it down. And the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Williams misses.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Tatum against Williams. Tatum passes to Brown. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Caruso against Holiday. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Dort. And here's Caruso outside. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Tatum against Williams. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
And this is exactly who Tatum is, someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Here's Dort, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Tenacious stuff from Dort. I mean, he knows the situation and is dead set on getting them a bucket.
And if anybody didn't know, Jason Tatum has that killer instinct just coming up in a big way.
Caruso, a screen on Tatum, and it's Williams off the drive. Yes!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Outside White. Back to Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Dort defending. Brown passes to Tatum. Three-pointer, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Caruso outside. They set the screen to take the lead. Doesn't go for him. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
Not messing around inside.
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a three. But they'll probably try for a two, but if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum with a steal. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we've got more action coming. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the 5 spot. Porzingis. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Caruso pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Williams. From deep three-point range. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
White can't hit. Thunder with a lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Caruso releases. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Boston has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. They kick it out to Porzingis. Off target with the 3. And for the Thunder, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far. Brown against Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Pass to Holiday. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Caruso. Brown with it, and it's Dort picking him up. This one for 3. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Caruso outside. Dort outside. Locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Nice use of strength by Dort. He runs into the inside contact, but pushes right through it.
Pass to Holiday. And stolen by Caruso. 3-pointer. And they recover it. Williams passes to Dort. Clock at 6. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by White. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. White for 3. It falls! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Williams from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. This play could decide the game.
Can't afford any mistakes here, B.A.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Holiday against Caruso. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
White, the pass to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum with a screen. To take the lead. Misses the 3. Another tie. And we're going to have a second overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride on the line now. White on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Tatum passes to Holiday. And he lays it up and in.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Caruso against White. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday grabs the miss. The Celtics with the lead. Drives to the hoop. And Holiday powers it home.
Now, if you give Holiday a crease, that'll happen. I mean, he just blew the doors off the defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander, screen on Brown. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by White. Fires for 3. And Caruso, good for 3.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Tatum against Williams. And stolen by Williams. It's good. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Tatum, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Tatum. And stolen by Williams. Outside for Dort. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Holiday back to Porzingis. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Thunder in possession here. It's a one-point game. Inside, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it!
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Porzingis finds Holiday. And that time also a missed shot. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Now here's Caruso. He's off on the layup.
The whole arena knows they need a 3 to force another overtime.
For 3, Porzingis. No good from three-point range. Williams in the post. And here's Caruso outside. Can't get it to fall. And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. Double overtime game.
Time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer.
Let off the beat.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
matchup.
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Dunn is out there with Durant. Then there's Grayson Allen. Then it's Bol Bol. And it's Booker in at the point guard position.
SGA doesn't rely on the three to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
KD sets the pick for Booker. Three-pointer. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Booker.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
And playing up tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Drills it from outside.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Brett, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
And stolen by Dunn. And here we go. Booker heading to the hoop. KD with the bucket. KD's got 9 points.
This is how quick off the draw Durant is. Great timing.
Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. No good from outside. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Booker outside. Back to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, KD attacking the rim. Hard to imagine anybody's going to get in the way of that.
Launches it. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable. Force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. See if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David.
Who gets good? First personal foul. First 2 foul.
Booker against Dort. And the dunk by Bol.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Durant. Kicks it out to Allen. Suns moving the ball around. KD, a screen on George. Left side, KD. Just 5 to shoot. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do. And right at the top is guard that guy.
To the middle. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
I'm scratching my head. Is there a 4-level scorer? KD could be that.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Williams passes to Caruso. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Thunder trailing by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. To the wing right side. Holmgren wide open. Off target with his three. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Booker dishes to KD. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to...
And so it's Phoenix with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. And it's Holmgren in at the center. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Caruso, and it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Durant on the wing. From past the arc, Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Bol, a screen on George, and here's Booker from the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Up top, Dort. Guarded by KD. Down against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And now that's 11 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Durant. He's off on that one. Thunder trailing by 8. Dort finds Caruso. Pass to Holmgren. He can't get that one to fall. Done with some nice D. The 3. And KD the bucket on the assist by Booker. Booker's got his 8th assist here tonight.
KD really just rising up against anybody. That height and length makes him so dangerous.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Dort passes to Holmgren. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Hartenstein passes to Wallace. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Richards. Suns leading by 14. Outside, Beal. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Back to O'Neal. Fires for three. Another three for Phoenix.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Wallace. They can't stop the run with that one. Phoenix has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Oklahoma City's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Wiggins. Out to Wallace. Takes a three. And it's Wiggins missing. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. The shot by Beal, no good. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 17-point game. And with the score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
On defense, Phoenix. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Joe Good.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Beal can't get it to go. Deflects the pass. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
One thing Bradley Beal does so well with his craft is he'll probe the defense. He's very patient. He's looking for weaknesses, and typically he'll find one.
And he nails the third. There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. Wiggins passes to Wallace. The three. It's hauled in by the Suns. Richards got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Gillespie. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Suns lead by. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. Get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. We've got Lee. Nick Richards out there with O'Neal. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Gillespie in at point guard. Beal can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 20. Wallace outside. Into the lane. And Wallace slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Gillespie, the pass to O'Neal. Launches a 3. And the 3 ball is good. O'Neal's got 6 here in this quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Wiggins. Pass to Joe. Fires the 3. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 6 rebounds here tonight. O'Neal from long range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That's his first foul. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. O'Neal wide open. From outside off the mark. Thunder trailing by 18. Caruso kicks to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Holmgren finds Caruso. Back to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky when he moves around the floor. Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Booker looking around. No good again that time.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift them to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Done covering. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Out to the right wing. From about 19 feet, Booker pulls it in.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Shoots the 3, and again it's good. Durant with a 3. Durant's got 31.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Bol finds Durant. For 3. The Thunder pull it in. Here's the break. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. And Devin Booker pulls it down. Durant against Dort. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Williams.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
The Thunder with another miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Pass to Caruso. Holmgren with a screen on Katie. And just miss after miss right now. From the arc. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
They're just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's Dort in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And stolen by Caruso.
And if you're going to go cross court with the ball, you have to be sure the passing lane is open.
Phoenix controlling this game. Booker dishes to Durant. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Devin Booker, and that's good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul. KD looking around. They grab their own miss. They get a hand on it. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And that one's good, Caruso.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Booker with it. Dort covering. Allen kicks to Durant. Pass to Bull. Bull setting the pick for Dunn. It's good from long range. Dunn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
So much speed from Shea. Used it there to get by the defense.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Outside for Durant. The tray. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. KD's shot is good. KD's got 42 in the game.
Deadly from every spot on the court. Durant is both prolific and relentless.
For Phoenix, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. KD can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. It's Durant on the wing. The 3-pointer no good.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Phoenix.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
Williams against KD. Kicks it out to Booker. That 3 off the mark. Dort finds Williams. No good with the triple.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. from deep three-point territory. Can't connect. So it's the Suns winning easily here. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.